Hey, it's Mike from the Mike Wagner Show. Thanks for tuning in to the Mike Wagner Show on Anchor FM. If you're interested in sponsoring my show, you can send me an email to the Mike Wagner Show at gmail.com, or you could also donate to the podcast. Just go to the Donate Listen site, and you can also donate whatever you like. Anchor is the easiest way to make a podcast. For those who are interested, Anchor can give you everything you need in one place for free, which you can use right from your phone or computer. We got creation tools, allows you to record and edit podcasts so it sounds great, and they'll distribute the podcast for you so it can be heard everywhere. Spotify, Apple, Google, many more. And you can make money from the podcast with no minimum listenership. So download the Anchor app for free or go to Anchor FM to get started.
It's now time for the Mike Wagner Show, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. The Mike Wagner Show can be heard on Spreaker, Spotify, iHeartRadio, YouTube, iTunes, Anchor FM, Radio Public, and the MikeWagnerShow.com. Mike brings you great guests and interesting people from all across the globe. So sit back, relax, and enjoy another great episode of the Mike Wagner Show.
Hey everybody, it's Mike from the Mike Wagner Show, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. Look at a professional website without breaking your budget. Sonic Web Studios is the answer. Sonic Web Studios offers fast, affordable custom web designs that blow the competition away. Call today at 1-800-303-3960. That's 1-800-303-3960. Or email to support@sonicwebstudios.com. Mention the Mike Wagner Show. Get 10% off your first order. Sonic Web Studios. Take your image to the next level. Also, the Mike Wagner Show can be heard on the MikeWagnerShow.com. You can check our Facebook page at Facebook.com/The Mike Wagner Show. You can download and listen on Facebook, SoundCloud, Spreaker, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. Also on Anchor FM, Radio Public, iTunes, Google Play, Apple, and more. Take the Mike Wagner Show with you on any mobile device. Subscribe to the Mike Wagner Show on the YouTube channel. Also follow the Mike Wagner Show on Instagram and Twitter today. We're here with a terrific duo that has a couple of singles out as well, too. And this was formed in 2014 on the Central Coast of California. And these guys are just having a riot as well. Of course, they play in harmony, 5 instruments with their hands and feet, telling tales of adventure, equality, romance, and more. And they've also won quite a few awards as well, too. And these guys are just having a riot as well, too. I'll play a couple of their songs in just a few minutes. Live from California as well, too. Very sunny out there and just having a good time. We got the duo of Kirk Norby and Nick Motel. Ladies and gentlemen, Bear Market Riot. Gentlemen, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Thanks for joining us today.
Hey, Mike. Thanks for having us.
Hey, it's our pleasure as well, too. So you guys started on the Central Coast of California, and you also opened up for Brothers Comatose, Little Smokies, Lucas Nelson, and more. You won quite a few awards as well, too. You've got a new album out called Power Folk Americana with a couple of singles we'll be playing as well, too. And before we get into all that, tell us how you got started.
Well, we started. Yeah, thanks, Nick. We got started on the Central Coast with just 2 buddies. We met each other playing on a songwriter showcase night, and we decided that two heads were better than one, and so we started playing at a local farmers market and just jamming together. And then when it became obvious that it was coalescing into a band, we decided to start booking gigs, and we just ran from there.
It's interesting, you guys. Happen to get together on a whim. And Kirk, you're half of the group as well, too. And tell us how you got started music-wise.
I've been just making music my whole life, I think, since I was able to pick out a tune on the piano as a little kid and then just singing with my parents. But yeah, I was forming some of those early friendships like in middle school with my buddies and just learning how to play guitar and starting to write songs. So it's just always been something I've been interested in and always something that's been a part of my life.
That is amazing, too. And Nick, tell us how you got started as well, too, music-wise.
Musically, I got started playing kind of open mic nights and things back in Toledo, Ohio when I was in college. And, actually kind of started putting some songs together that I was writing and sort of independently and self-released, 4 or 5 albums over the next handful of years. And when I moved to California about 7 years ago, I met Kirk, like he said, at a songwriter night. And I enjoyed his songs and he enjoyed mine, and we started playing on Mondays at a farmer's market in the town of Los Osos, California. And that's how we got our name, Bear Market Riot. And that's kind of the long story short on how we got to be, and started playing the same thing, open mic nights here in Central Coast of California, turned into bars and breweries and wineries, and now we've had some great chances to open for some really great acts that we've looked up to actually for the last few years.
That sounds amazing how you guys just came together. And who are your favorite artists, singers, and musicians growing up? So let's start with Kirk.
Well, I was definitely raised on the Rolling Stones. I was like a huge rock influence. The Rolling Stones and the Beatles. People always ask, like, are you a Rolling Stones guy or a Beatles guy? Like, I think I have my two parents were the two sides of that coin. So just like pretty solid background in that. And then where Nick and I really like meet in the middle is Paul Simon. And that was one of the early influences on both our music and certainly songs that we both like to cover that brought us together.
And then how about you, Nick? Who are some of your favorites growing up?
For me, growing up, I was first getting into probably the true songwriters. My dad was always a big fan of singers and songwriters. Neil Young was always real present in my house growing up. And then Harry Chapin, a great songwriter I really loved a lot, and got into James Taylor through him, and then turned into Paul Simon. And just like Kirk said, we really bonded on that front as far as just real good lyricists. I think maybe more of an alternative side for me was like David Gray and Dave Matthews Band. Just real big fan of good lyrics meshed with great musical writing as well.
And of course, we'll play a couple of your songs in just a minute, but first you listen to The Mike Wagner Show at themikewagnershow.com, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. Look at a professional website without breaking your budget. Sonic Web Studios is the answer. Sonic Web Studios offers fast, affordable custom web designs that blow the competition away. Call today at 1-800-303-3960. That's 1-800-303-3960. Or email to support@sonicwebstudios.com. Mention the Mike Wagner Show. Get 10% off your first order. Sonic Web Studios. Take your image to the next level. Also, the Mike Wagner Show can be heard on themikewagnershow.com. You can check our Facebook page at facebook.com/The Mike Wagner Show. You can download and listen on Facebook, SoundCloud, Spreaker, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. Also on Anchor FM, Radio Public, iTunes, Google Play, Apple, and more. Take the Mike Wagner Show with you on any mobile device. Subscribe to the Mike Wagner Show on the YouTube channel. Also follow the Mike Wagner Show on Instagram and Twitter today. We're here with the wonderful duo from the Central Coast of California, Bear Market Riot, of Kirk Norby and Nick Montel, talking about how they got started, how they came together, and we have a couple of tunes we're going to play here from Power Folk Americana. Here's Working Man's Walk on the Mike Wagner Show.
Everybody's working, striving, everybody's living, dying, say everybody's working, striving, everybody's living, dying now. I want to fly free, life's complicated, responsibilities, ideas cluster in my mind, saying work changing my lifetime, say I know what's at stake, and future risks that I might take, so keep my head up. Patience bless me, 'cause I will rise up. Oh, life tests me. Now everybody's working, striving. Everybody's living, dying. Say everybody's working, striving. Everybody's living, dying now. and from inside he will roar as the pride is swelled wide. And life is not about worrying, yeah. Life is not about yourself. Say, look at all these mothers, fathers, brothers, sisters that need help singing. Everybody's working, striving, everybody's living, dying. Say, everybody's working, striving, everybody's living, dying now. New thoughts on life, new tendencies, moral theologies and social things. Lord, please keep on hustling so that we can all live in peace. See, now if we can all work out together and place a bounty, we can render still respect, hustle, and unity. Our three things, prosperity, need be set free. Saying everybody's working, striving, everybody's living, dying. Say everybody's working, striving, everybody's living, dying.
Yeah, that is Working Man's Walk here on the Mike Wagner Show. That was done live, by the way. It just happened to come across. And tell us more about that song and what inspired you to write it.
Well, that was one that I wrote. This is Kirk. I wrote that song a few years before. I met up with Nick, and I'd done a lot of world travel throughout my college years, and I really was inspired by the different ways that I thought people just working and living their lives in the various countries around the world. I spent some time traveling around Southeast Asia. It was interesting to be, like, say, in a socialist country like Vietnam, and you sort of get this idea of what that would be like, but you get, at the same time, you see everyone there working as hard as they can to, like, come up on a little extra money, whether that was selling handicrafts or running a cafe, driving people on a motorbike, making food, anything. You see how people just work every day to take care of the people that they love around them. And that's what we all do, wherever we are, whoever we are, is just trying to take care of the people you love and the people around you. Okay,
Nick, also your take on the song.
Well, I think it's a greatly written song. It's well written, and it speaks of all ages. You know, as soon as you come of age and you start working for a living, Huey Lewis has a whole album about working for a living.
Ain't that the truth?
It's what we know. It's what we know. You gotta take care of the people that you love and the people that love you. And then in order to do that, sometimes you need an income. And in order to do that, you gotta work. And you're either working for someone else or you're working for yourself. Mm-hmm. So I think it speaks volumes today.
And of course, talking about working as well too. And what jobs have you held full time before you start coming together as a group?
Well, I think I was a maintenance man. This is Nick. I was a maintenance man, and I ran a warehouse for a patio, indoor and outdoor furniture store. And not to speak for him, but Kirk was a cook at a real nice restaurant in Paso Robles here in California. And we were both working 5-6 days a week full time and getting together on the one afternoon we had off on Mondays, and just working for our money. And we found out we could start making a little bit of extra money playing more shows together, and then that started to take over a little bit more of the full-time gig.
Mm-hmm. And of course, you guys managed to balance it pretty good, too. And we'll play your song, Whisper Amen, in just a minute. But first, listen to The Mike Wagner Show at themikewagnershow.com, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs Looking for a professional website without breaking your budget? Sonic Web Studios is the answer. Sonic Web Studios offers fast, affordable custom web designs that blow the competition away. Call today at 1-800-303-3960. That's 1-800-303-3960. Or email to support@sonicwebstudios.com. Mention the Mike Wagner Show. Get 10% off your first order. Sonic Web Studios. Take your image to the next level. Also, the Mike Wagner Show can be heard on the MikeWagnerShow.com. You can check our Facebook page at Facebook.com/The Mike Wagner Show. You can download and listen on Facebook, SoundCloud, Spreaker, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. Also on Anchor FM, Radio Public, iTunes, Google Play, Apple, and more. Take the Mike Wagner Show with you on any mobile device. Subscribe to the Mike Wagner Show on the YouTube channel. Also follow the Mike Wagner Show on Instagram and Twitter today. We're here with Kirk Norby and Nick Motel from Bear Market Riot here on the Mike Wagner Show, getting together in the Central Coast of California in 2014. We just played the live version of Working Man's Walk, and right now, here's Whisper Amen from the Power Folk Americana release. Here's Bear Market Riot, Whisper Amen on the Mike Wagner Show. That's Bear Market Riot, Whisper Amen here on the Mike Wagner Show. That's from Power Folk Americana. Guys, tell us more about that song and what inspired you guys to write it.
Well, this is Nick. I wrote that song a handful of years ago with a collaboration with a buddy of mine named Eric Crabb from Wisconsin. He was an old tour manager friend of mine, spent a lot of time on the road together, and he was in the middle of a real ugly breakup and sent me a bunch of lyrics one evening and just said, use it or lose it. And I tried to see if I could use it and turn it into something that made sense to me. And it turned out that it kind of hit me that I was kind of going through a similar thing where you realize that people that you love in your life are going to get older. but not everybody grows up at the same speed, and how growing up and getting older are very different things.
Mm-hmm. And Kirk, let's hear your take on it.
Well, basically, what is of course, we say, you can grow, some of us grow up, some of us just keep getting older, and it's like, you sometimes you grow up in that sense, you have to take on a lot of responsibility, your life changes, and you have that big M word, the maturity, but not everybody gets that. Some people just keep getting older, and they never learn a darn thing, you know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
And then on the same token, like the reverse side of that is like, isn't it always good to be young at heart? Some of us, we grow up, but we're still able to be young at heart. So I always think about that when I hear those words.
Mm-hmm. And I think that's very important too, and a good thing as well too. And you also won a couple of awards. You won the SLO New Times Readers Poll, Best Band 3 years in a row. Also runner-up in 2017 the High Sierra Music Fest. Tell us about those awards.
Well, it's been an absolute joy of ours that the readers of the New Times and everybody in San Luis Obispo has embraced us. So, it was one of those things we never campaigned for, never asked for. We just got out there and played shows. So it was pretty special that everybody has put us up like that. And, it was totally the opposite for the High Sierra Band competition. That was like a full force social media press that, really, it was tough, and it's tough when you have to compete against a band that has it's like a 7-member punk band, their social network's a lot bigger than just you guys.
And Nick, let's hear your take on it.
Oh yeah, I mean, growing ourselves here as a band in the Central Coast, to be able to have been so lovingly welcomed by the community, the music community, and the music loving community of the Central Coast of California. It's what helped us in 2017, the first year High Sierra Music Festival up in Quincy, California, opened up submissions for, kind of a mom and pop grassroots up and comer band that might want to submit and get a shot to play a Sunday afternoon set. And we threw our hats in the ring and went toe to toe with, like Kirk said, some of our friends and some of our, elbow rubbers that are now friends, thanks to the competition. And we got second place. And for that, we got to, wander around the music festival and kind of feel like we were a little bit more of a part of it that year. And Kirk's been going to the festival since, I think, 2015.
Wow.
That's right. 2016. 16 was my first year.
2016. There you go. 2016. So he's going on his fourth year there. So he goes whether we're there musically or not, but hopefully one of these years we'll get to be there professionally as well as recreationally.
Mm-hmm. And of course, speaking of professionals as well, too, you open up for Brothers Comatose, Little Smokies, Lucas Nelson, and more. Tell us about what's it like opening for those acts, and how'd you like opening for them?
We always love an opportunity, especially when bands tour through the Central Coast. We love an opportunity to be able to show our fans some of the bands that we really like, and the guys in Smokies and Broco they're just awesome dudes, and they're bands that have been putting in work for a decade or more on their own, in the van, on the road, playing tour dates, and so getting to open up and share some music with those guys and hear how they do their thing is just awesome. A ton of respect for those bands.
That sounds amazing as well, too. And what are your upcoming plans for later in 2020?
Well, we've got a new EP actually, not to take any focus away from our full length Power Folk Americana that you can stream on all digital platforms. But we do have a batch of new songs that we've been playing live over the last, I'd say maybe year and a half since we've put together the full length, and we've got at least 5 or 6 new songs that we'd like to release in an EP probably by the end of the summer, and keep playing our live shows and keep spreading our music to anybody who's willing to listen and I guess that's our plan for 2020. Maybe keep writing new songs.
And of course, speaking of playing live, any plans for an upcoming tour?
Mostly just around the great state of California. It's interesting we get to play in all these little hamlets and play up, like, say, in the Western Sierras, from the Bay Area down to Santa Barbara. But hopefully we'll get some legs under us and get out further. Although with the climate right now, with the coronavirus, it's like everybody we know who is out on the road is all the way back home. And so we're like, well, at least we don't have to cancel a national tour or anything like that. So we're counting our blessings, I guess, in a worst-case scenario.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's something to watch out for is coronavirus, and we're keeping our eye on the situation as we speak here. And, of course, we have a couple more minutes with Bear Market Riots, Kirk Norby, and Nick Motel on the Mike Wagner Show. You guys have been great. Looking forward to having you back in soon. Just a couple of things here. Who do you consider your biggest influences in your career?
Oh,
man. Well, go ahead, Kurt.
Early on, I would credit one of my best friends. His name's Cameron Snyder. He was in a band called the Deslons, based out of New Orleans. But we grew up together in the Northwest, and he put me on some really great music, not just local music, but other indie rock. It kind of got me out of the straight radio ready category and got me focusing on some stuff that was happening locally at the time. So I got into Elliott Smith as a songwriter, and also got into a little band called Modest Mouse well before they ever blew up on the national stage. And just those bands, songwriting, creativity, kind of the local nature of it at the time, that was just something that really spoke to me. I'd say, I'd credit Elliott Smith and Neil Young as well for kind of getting me into folk guitar and kind of how I started going about it and writing songs as well.
Okay. And Nick, how about biggest influence in your career?
Biggest influences for me as far as writing my own material would easily be Paul Simon, like I mentioned earlier, as far as just the poetic, conversational lyrics that he always seemed to stick right over top or right in the middle of a beautiful melody. And then to David Gray, I think I mentioned earlier, I like the kind of grit and almost like, almost like the folk revival kind of a sound with David Gray. And I think that I like the strange percussion of Paul Simon mixed with some of the real over-the-top percussion of Dave Matthews Band when I was in high school and college. And that's what really started to shape the kind of music I wanted to write. But I think now I'm more inspired by some of the bands that we've had the privilege of sharing the stage with over the last handful of years as Bear Market Riot. I love the songwriting of our friends and band called Fruition. They, along with our friends the Little Smokies and the Brothers Comatose, Ben Morrison of the Brothers Comatose just writes really strong folk songs and alt rock country songs, and those are the kind of writers, Jacob Anderson and Mimi Naja and Callan Acebrook from Fruition. They really push me, I think, to be better at my game, a little better on my craft, and maybe write a stronger song, and maybe maybe polish something a little bit more before we start playing it out. And I think that's cool to have people in your wheelhouse that are now kind of pushing you to be better, and you can kind of jump on some of their energy and see where it takes you next.
That is amazing.
Cool.
Go ahead, guys. I'm sorry.
All right. I was just going to say it is so cool to have friends who are an inspiration. I was surfing on Instagram the other day, and I saw Paul Hoffman from Green Sky Bluegrass playing one of Mimi's tunes from Fruition, and that's just the coolest thing to see that get shared.
That is amazing, too. And what's the best advice you guys can give to anybody at this point?
Keep going.
Oh, yeah. Kirk and I always kind of pass on the same advice that we didn't really know we were operating under, but someone voiced it real well to us, which is just keep doing what you're doing and keep on the path that you're on and keep believing in the path that you're on, and be kind and try to remember everybody's name.
Oh, that's
smile as best as you can.
That is so important. You have to say that's so important, remembering names. Well, speaking of remembering names, Kirk Norby, Nick Motel of Bear Market Riot, I'd like to thank you guys for your time. You guys have been fantastic. Look forward to having you again soon in 2020. And once again, tell us about your upcoming projects, your website, how do people contact you, where can people purchase and listen to your music?
All right, check us out on Facebook, Instagram. Bear Market Riot is bear like a grizzly bear market, like a farmer's market, and Riot, like Quiet Riot. Come on,
feel the noise. We'll get wild. Thanks for having us, man.
Oh, no problem. Thank you, guys. You guys have been a riot in the bear market as well, too. Bear Market Riot from Spectra Records, Nick Motil and Kurt Norby. Guys, thank you very much for your time. You've been fantastic. Looking forward to having you again soon. And do us a favor, keep this update. Looking to have you back in 2020.
All right, thanks, Mike.
All right, brother. Thanks.
Thanks for listening to the Mike Wagner Show, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. The Mike Wagner Show can be heard on Spreaker, Spotify, iHeartRadio, iTunes, YouTube, Anchor FM, Radio Public, and themikewagnershow.com. Please support our program with your donations at themikewagnershow.com. Join us again next time for another great episode of The Mike Wagner Show.